Hey tubes, what's up? Well, thank you so much for tuning today's awesome vlog. Curious on what I'm doing today in my room. I want to talk about my very first old HP computer from 2011 I bought 6 years ago. And you're curious on what operating system I'm running on? I'm not running Windows 7 or 8 or 8.1 or 10. I decided to go with Linux Mint 18.3. right here, and this is the operating system I'm running on a much older computer. If you're curious, here is my very old HP back in the day. It did all my video editing and uploads for YouTube. Now let's go over the ports. VGA, fan to blow out hot air, Ethernet, HDMI, two USB ports right here, means USB 2, headphone and microphone jack, SD card, and my indicator and power light on that side. Basically nothing over here, just hinges. And basically over here, connection lock, power, and USB 2, and just a traditional DVD drive. And on the front, two left and right speakers. Now, let's go ahead and open this bad boy up. Basically, this is my very old computer with a Intel iCore 3 first generation 2 cores and probably 4 threads like this normally has inside of it. And of course, here's my keyboard, the mouse, of course up here is the webcam, and just a single microphone. But yeah, this is a very old system, but you know what, it still works today. You know, we just gotta figure out what we gotta do with older hardware, basically, with these older machines. Now, you're curious on what the back looks like. Here is the battery, here's the exhaust fan right there. There's basically everything else. But I did a lot of upgrades to this machine. I added 6 gigs of RAM in this machine, and a SSD as well, a Samsung 250 SSD. In this computer, replace the mechanical drive with that as well. I'm going to show you what it all looks like. But yeah, it's not a bad little system. Let's get into the operating system, should I say. Boot it up. But basically, you're going to say, Chris, what happened to Windows? Don't worry, I still use Windows, but I'm just trying Linux on older equipment. Just explain to all of you. Technology gets old. It doesn't matter if it's a brand new system. Over time, that system will slow down and get very sluggy and very old. Now, this old HP was built with Windows 7. Cannot put Windows 8, 8.1, or even 10 on it because it doesn't work. It's not compatible with the hardware in this machine because it's out of date. I'm not going to do any more upgrades to it because it's just not necessary to do that. But the reason why I'm trying Linux Mint 18.3 on it is basically I want to give my old computer basically a new life without putting Windows back on the machine. Now let me explain, like the old E machine also can't support any of the newer operating systems. The same thing like this old HP. That's why most people give up and just go out and buy something brand new. But me, I don't, is because that's just basically a waste of my time and a waste of money. Think about it this way. That computer has lasted me for 6 years and it still works awesome. Alright, let's boot it up and see what it boots up into. Let's find out, shall we? But we're all going to have a little fun with Linux today. Alright, here is my old computer. Right over here, tubes. Turn it on. Of course, the old crappy HP logo. And of course, we gotta just basically boot it up like normal. Interesting. But that's okay. I just gotta figure it out. It's basically Linux for you, and it boots up very quickly. And I had to put my diddly password in for this computer. boot up very quickly, should I say. Those mechanical drives take frickin' forever to boot. And this is why maybe you can put a SSD in some of your older computers, basically. Now, let me explain. It's all up to you on what you want to do with older machines. Now, Linux is a very light operating system instead of Windows. But let's go ahead and show you what I mean. Alright, here it is, tubes. Here is Linux Mint, basically running on this old HP computer. But I don't know a whole lot about Linux. Maybe some of you guys and girls can help me with this operating system, but I do know Windows a lot more than I do Linux. But I basically just want to try it out for this older machine. Basically, I'm trying to look for something here. Where is it? Aha, here it is. Guys, that's basically everything. You're curious on what everything looks like, but there you go. Truly running on Linux Mint. There's the processor, there's the RAM, and there's the hard drive. But remember, it's a solid state drive in this computer, and it's an awesome little computer. And basically, here is my Windows 10 machine. But yeah, I think Linux is pretty cool for a light operating system. The thing I like about Linux, it's a very light operating system to work on any older computers, like the old E machine, my old HP, and also maybe a newer build as well. But you could use what type of operating system you choose to use. Now, yes, I am still a Windows kind of person. I like my Windows, but I also like Linux because I want to try a different OS on much older computers. But maybe some of you can help me with the Linux operating system, because I don't know much about Linux. Basically, I've been monkeying around with it, and yes, I installed a couple things on it, but let me just explain. I think it's amazing. Definitely give your old computers a new life instead of trying to put Windows back onto it. Let's go and show you what I mean. Alrighty then, tools. Hello, shares. And we're going to do a shutdown in a couple minutes. So, but here's basically what I have already. Basically. Now let's go to this one here. It's like Chrome, and it connects to the internet perfectly fine. And like I said, this computer is awesome for its old age. Because it's an older computer, what do you do with these things? 99% of the times people will show away the older computers. But you know, sometimes you don't need to do that. But there you go, there is YouTube loaded up right over here. And yes, having a higher SSD and also more RAM as well will also make this computer is speedy. I think the motherboard on this can go up to 8 gigabytes. I don't know what 8 gigabytes I should use in this machine. And let's go ahead and shut it down. And it's very speedy, should I say. Alright, let's hit the shutdown button. And it'll shut off, like, basically instantly. Doesn't take forever for anything to shut off on this thing like it does with that guy over there. The best operating system I choose to like to use on some of my own computers is Linux and also Windows 7. I don't really like Windows 10 that much, but hey, you know, that's just basically the newest operating system out there. You're curious on what operating system I'm running on my old HP computer? There it is. Linux Mint 18.3, basically a very light version of Linux, basically. And yes, I do take care of my equipment. This computer just has seen better days. It has scratches all over the top, and basically it has nicks and dings and everything else on this whole thing. But yes, it's running a new OS on a 6-year-old machine, basically. And it's not a bad computer for the first computer I ever bought and did all my editing and uploading from this machine, basically. And yes, it's very outdated, but you know what? Hey, give it a new life with Linux. Put some upgrades into these machines if you choose. Put some more RAM into it. Put a solid state drive in it. And on different things. But maybe you can't upgrade the processor on this, but maybe you could. I don't know. But basically, here's what everything looks like right there. Right there. And right over there. Now you're gonna say, Chris, why don't you put Windows back on this machine? I still have the original hard drive for this computer, but I don't much mind running Linux on this older computer right here. But yes, I don't know a whole lot about Linux. Basically, I know more about Windows 10, Windows 7, but maybe you can also help me to operate Linux as well. But yes, I've been kind of monkeying around with it, and I think it's a very good operating system for older machines. Sadly, this old beast over here, she's dead. She's gone. Basically, I can try booting it up, but it's not really going to do anything. Sadly, that's what happens to older computers. Blue cap on the old machine. But, oh well, what can you do? But alright, if you guys and girls are also joining this channel, please hit that subscribe button, leave an awesome comment down below. Please like, please share, peace out, we'll hopefully see you in the future vlog. And have fun with Linux on older equipment. Catch you later.